Hello, it's me again, Isidore Onyako. I'm making this video in response to the recent events on regarding the behavior of Ipob members at CKC Cathedral. I believe on the November 1st. And I'm making this video because I saw a letter was forwarded to me that purportedly came from their headquarters or something like that. The church is, calling out the action and calling on the government to take appropriate actions. Anyways, the point there is this: we need to go back to the basics. Personally, I completely reject, I completely reject what those people did inside that CKC Cathedral that day. Was it wrong? Absolutely, yes, it was wrong. Was the intention justified? That depends on who is asking the question. The reason why we are saying this now is that we are at a point in this agitation where it is very important that we all have what I keep emphasizing on: clarity of purpose. We should not always play this game of a binary mindset where we use it's either this or that. If somebody is upset with you, that means that that person hates you or that person doesn't want you. 0 or 1, yes or no, true or false, right? Light or dark. It doesn't work like that. We have found ourselves in situations inside that our enclave where people from, at some point, people that are not even Catholics, the people that are Catholics would not want their children to marry those who are not Catholics. We've gone through all that, so this is not the first time. The reason why I'm saying this is that we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful about how we let our own not fully informed judgment, or wisdom, how we let it to, how we apply it, to issues that are very sensitive. To make it simple, you cannot say that because some people came to the church and they learned that they had the priest calling to pray for peaceful election in Igbo land or in Nigeria, and somebody got upset and reacted that way. Now we are now hearing people who we even assume that they are really in support of this referendum. They are now beginning to question if is it the kind of people that will get the Biafra if they eventually get it. But what has that got to do with anything? Like, are you calling these people extremists? Are you calling them terrorists? Are you calling them, what are you saying? These people actually went to church. Don't forget that in your head. You most likely did not go to church. These people went to church. So there is a likelihood that that church indoctrination that makes people become passionate about whatever they believe in drove them to that church. That was also what drove them to react the way they did. So we need to start taking responsibility, right? These people were surprised to see that the church was against the wishes of the masses over there. Some other part of Nigeria may not agree with this election boycott. That one is a fact. But don't get it twisted. There are some people that are hell-bent on that election should not hold. They will boycott the election. They are not saying they will disrupt the election. So they will boycott the election. Do not also forget that the last year, January, people were coming back from Niger jail and they were all massacred. What did the church do about that? Nothing. These people still had the faith to keep going to the same church. Ozubulu massacre happened. It was still the same people that said they must boycott Anambra election because the Ozubulu massacre, nobody answered to it. We have to be very careful how we just because something happened, everybody. What those boys did in that church is not right. Let's call it what it is. What they did in that church, everybody must condemn it. But please let the condemnation stop at what happened in that church. Because those people did not intend to go to that church and disrupt anything. Even if you take this thing to police or take it for investigation, they will tell you straight up. They will try to find out where they are premeditation. They didn't leave their house. They said, oh, we are going to disrupt church today. So be very careful. Like this agitation for a better country we are working on, it had to be fought from all fronts. You guys have seen. Prince Charles is there today. Prince Charles is there today. You guys have seen what's going on. Under this, in recent times, we've had very high-profile visits to Nigeria. That's to tell you that Nigeria is never going to be the same, ever. Things have fundamentally changed in that. So start preparing your mind to that new state, what it will be. Don't ever assume that Nigeria you see today is the Nigeria you're going to see tomorrow. No, people have rejected everything there. There is no reason why people will be struggling to get money and they take it to a church to pay tithe and to pay offering, right? And this same church is preaching to them about forgiveness all the time, while in their face, everything they be preaching is for God to give them a good country, give them a better country. And the only action that is looking at them now for them to get this better country, there is only Biafra referendum or the restructuring. And now to achieve the Biafra referendum, they have said they want to boycott the election. They expect the church to be on their side. At least if nothing, just pray for peace. Don't go and pray for peaceful election. Then they reacted. Now you're going around making them look like criminals, like people who are very responsible, people who cannot manage development, who cannot manage revolution. It does not matter. Something has to give. We have to understand that. It's really mind-boggling that our people, I see people going around, they're like everything Kanu says, everybody finds a way to attack it. That would not be, that is a no for that. You can't have that anymore. The whole agitation has taken a new dimension. We have to have a working country. Me personally, do I want Nigeria to be split? No. But is there a good argument for Nigeria to be split? Yes, because it has not worked. I am for regional autonomy. And if I go in any church and the people are there are not saying things that reflect the fact that, we have to have regional autonomy, I'll walk out of the church. That will be me. But I cannot say the same for others who may have been heightened up enough to respond violently. Nobody is supporting what those people are doing. But the Catholic Church, what we expect the Catholic Church to do, they are the ones that have been preaching this peace all the time, forgiveness, that has made us docile for this long. They are the ones that came to Nigeria. Archbishop of Canterbury, he was the MD of ExxonMobil oil company, the time he was there as a priest. That was how they took our oil. They have used religion to enslave us. So be very careful how you come into politics again. They have done that. I remember sometimes in Imo State, the way they will sway election is to come and say a governor slapped a priest. And that's it. Everybody will revolt, or they go like. You need to be very careful how you bring religion into all this and manipulate people. Look at where we are today. You have to. These religious organizations have to take responsibility. They have to. Very important. They are the ones that came to where we were. They just gave us Bible and told us to close our eyes. By the time we opened our eyes, our oil became theirs. Is it not what we are suffering up to today? Even the same Roman Catholic Church, have they not been issuing, begging people for forgiveness for pedophilia and all the impunity that happened, in the Catholic Church? And people overlook that. Why do they believe that because of what these people did in the church, in the name of Ipob, it should be enough to condemn them and people who we are never even fully in support of this whole referendum, even restructuring. They are not coming out because it sounds politically correct, for you to say, oh, condemn them, or is it the people we are going to share country? Boko Haram has been killing people there. How many Northerners have you seen who came out and even spoke against them? None. All they do is to mop up a budget capital and send to them and say they're using it to purchase arms, and that one goes away. Then the next day they come and kidnap people, kidnap girls, and then the government will go and negotiate with them and pay money and they use those money to buy ammunition. Meanwhile, they've been preaching to us here to be peaceful. Okay, the Catholic Church should now lead by example. Call those people, those perpetrators, invite them back to the church, pray for them, and forgive them. That's leading by example. Don't go and go and inadvertently invite another Python dance to that place and justify how our people will be killed again. That will not be tolerated. the church is the people. Without the people, there is no church.